Thanks. Thanks, Jared, for the whistling in my intro. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Jared's whistling up a storm over there. Episode 2 of Citizens in St. Lucie is very different than episode 1. If you watched, you saw me interview my friend, Cooper Osteen, who I've known for a long time, and I respect him, both personally and as a business person in St. Lucie County. But a lot of Cooper's story I already knew. And it wasn't a discovery for me. A lot of what we talked about was things that I knew a little bit about, and Cooper enlightened me on some of the more intricate details of those stories. Today's episode couldn't be more different. Juline Gurney is somebody who I only met a couple of weeks ago. In a chance encounter, she opened up a clothing store right across the street from me. And I'm not the most fashionable guy, so the clothing store isn't always super high on my radar. But I popped into Juline's store. She's one of the more infectious, contagious personalities I've ever encountered. And immediately, I knew that I needed to talk to her. Doing a little bit of digging on her story, verified that. We're going to talk about weight loss. We're going to talk about health, all of the challenges that she's had to overcome, and the inspiration and success that she is today. There aren't too many people that I can think of that embody what I would want St. Lucie County to be. In our little downtown Fort Pierce area, Juline's store fits perfectly. While we were only together for a brief hour, Juline shared with me all kinds of details about her life, and I'll save those for the episode. I think you're going to love it. But here's the highlights. Juline was just like everybody else. In her mid to late 30s, her health was starting to get away from her. She wasn't paying attention to what she was eating. She wasn't very active. Sounds very similar to my story, which neither of us knew going into this interview how similar our stories were going to be and how alike some of our experiences were. And I think my health was probably not too far from where Juline's was. When she was 38, she had a TIA, which is a mini stroke, largely based on her lifestyle. She's done way better than me at changing her lifestyle. I'm not a bikini model in competitions like she is. But we've both come a long way in our journey of weight loss and our pursuit of health. And again, leave your comments about my lunch habits at Moonswiners to yourself. But Juline is all in, and for good reason. Her son is her inspiration, and I think you're really going to enjoy her story. I hope that you come support Juline because she's exactly what we need here in downtown Fort Pierce. Enough of me talking. Enjoy episode 2. It is my understanding that you've dealt with some medical issues over the course of your life. And I find your story to be very inspiring, even though I know very little of it. So we met about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
You opened your store across the street here on Orange Ave in Fort Pierce.
Yes.
Instantly, I can tell like you're one of those bubbly, outgoing kind of people who you're just infectious. Like as soon as I met you, I knew you're just the kind of person that I like to be around. And you're the kind of person who St. Lucie County needs.
Thank you for saying that.
To be honest.
I appreciate that.
I've done a little bit of digging into you.
Ooh.
I'm sure that you know way more about you than I do, but
What did you find?
I'll start at age 38.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You had a
Mini
stroke due to a blood clot.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Tell me that experience. I am 39, so I am in that age group. I'd love to know the impacts of that. And I hate to start on such a big note, but gosh, that seems like to me where you could go back and point to like the catalyst of my life was this before and it was this after. So I thought that might be a good starting point for us.
Correct. Prior to that event, mini stroke, I did not take fitness or health and wellness, seriously.
Okay.
I was working with a company making, oh my gosh, a lot of money. Let's just call it that.
The internet says 250,000 a year. I'll edit that out if
Or
you don't
more,
want me to
plus
say
more.
it.
That was my minimum.
That was your base
That
salary.
was my base. That was my base.
You were doing all right.
I was doing all right.
That's it's listening to us.
Yeah, that's
always.
not right.
Well, they started talking about how much money you make. The IRS wants to know.
Yes, so I was doing very well financially.
And so I don't want to tell everyone how old you are, but approximately what year are we talking when you were 38? Early 2000s?
Well, let's just say in 2 weeks I'll be 62.
You told everyone how old you are.
I love telling my age. I really do.
Well, you should.
Good.
You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, but when I was 38, I looked older.
Okay.
I was overweight.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be honest, all I really cared for was make money. Make people happy too.
Yeah.
Because in anything that I do that I make money, I'm always helping someone else.
Right.
You know, in return, I make the money. And obviously, my higher power, I'm going to call him my God, said, that's not it. So I woke up, we had a clock in our room. I'm looking at the clock and I wanted to talk to my husband and I realized I couldn't move. I could not move, I could not speak. So I kept mumbling. Paralyzed completely. Could not move my body for about 14 minutes until my daughter, who was getting ready to go to school, heard the mumbling. And she came in to see what's going on, and she saw tears running down my eyes. And she's above me, and she's asking, Mom, are you okay? Mom, are you okay? And I could not speak. Long story short, my husband came up. She yelled at him, come on. He wasn't even next to me.
Right.
And call 911 when they got there, and they test my legs, poke you and stuff, and I'm not feeling anything.
It's not good.
I went crazy.
Now, where did you live at this time?
Sunrise, Florida.
Okay.
And so I ended up in the hospital.
Right.
And that's when I was told you had TIA, which is literally a mini stroke, and that you're lucky you woke up from it.
Yes.
My cardiologist was the best because he actually gave it to me straight. He said, next time, with his Jamaican accent, sister, we won't be talking because next time you will not be here if you don't take care of yourself. And that's what started fitness. Health and wellness. I realized, I need to get a trainer. I need to get someone to help me, which I did. I found an angel. I call her my produce aisle angel.
Oh.
Yeah, she was an angel.
We're going to have a lot of fun talking about that.
Yes.
I have some questions on that.
Okay.
Continue.
No, you can ask questions.
All right. So you're in the hospital.
Yeah.
38.
Yeah.
It's your come to Jesus moment, or come to grips
it.
with your reality moment,
That's
right?
it.
And now, okay, you're overweight, you're paralyzed,
Yeah.
you can't speak.
Can't move.
At 38, there's not many things that are more scary than that, probably that can happen to you directly.
Yeah.
How fast was your transition from like the prior lifestyle to, okay, we get out of the hospital, now we got to go on this different path?
Now we got to go to rehab.
Okay. Got to learn how to do things again.
How to do things, right? So went through rehab. Then when I think 6 months later, I was good. I was giving the okay to start walking, eating right. That's when I found the trainer by accident. And I told her, I need help. Of course, I said to her, I want your body.
Of course.
And she laughs. She said, this is 10 years in the making. But she did. In 4 months, she transformed my body. I lost a lot of weight.
4 months?
4 months.
Okay.
Within 4 months, I lost a lot of unwanted body fat.
Would you say in that 4 months, if you could point to one thing or the other, diet or exercise, which one was more important?
Diet. Prior to that, I had no regards for good food.
Sure.
It was whatever I can get my hands on.
When you're in your 30s and you're focused on making money like that, there's not a lot of time to cook dinner. You find yourself grabbing whatever you can find.
Yeah, fast foods.
And That's a whole, we'll get to that chapter in a minute because I've got a lot to add on that as well that you don't know. You don't know anything about me. I know a lot about you, so
oh my God.
This is going to be fun. Okay, so talk about the transformation there. I want to know more.
So I learned to eat the right food, the nutritional food that is good for your body. Let me put it this way, because I read a book, Body for Life, that I was living to eat, not eating to live. So
hold on, say that again.
I was living to eat, but I had to learn to eat to live. So everything changed. Portion-wise, I'm from a Caribbean family, so it's always a mountain of food, especially rice.
Yeah.
And we could have 4 to 5 carbs on our plates.
Now, is your family Haitian?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Great food.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Delicious.
And I'm gonna do a little bit of assumptionizing here. That's probably I made up a word. Now you take the beautiful Haitian food that your family makes, and you Americanize it to these monster portions that we have here, right?
Yeah.
It's like a recipe for a disaster.
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's
yes.
I assumed. Okay.
Yeah. And that's the thing, though. Our Caribbean people don't realize that sometimes what we eat does not help us health-wise. Okay? So I had to make complete change. So much that my family did not invite me to any events anymore because I bring my little bag of food with me.
I can't eat your food. That's poison.
I can't.
All right. This is a great time for surprise number 1. I have a surprise for you.
You do?
I promise she has not seen this before.
Oh, no.
And I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it at the same time.
Oh boy.
Most of you who are seeing this probably saw me at this time, so you have at least somewhat of an idea.
Oh.
I thought we were going to talk about this, so I thought I'd show you a picture of me from 3 years ago.
That's not you.
That is me from 3 years ago. There is nothing we're going to talk about today in terms of food and diet that I'm not ready to talk about. Because I lost that amount of weight without exercising. I hate working out. I hate exercise. I just not my thing. I'm going to put this picture up on the screen so you can see it. Just know that
I'm blown away.
Just know that I described myself at that time as looking like a thumb. I look like a human thumb in that picture. So I thought that we were going to get on this topic pretty quickly. That was 3 years ago and 70 pounds. And I would say probably that I wasn't too far away from your health condition. My blood pressure was through the roof. It was 200 over 100.
Oh,
and it had been that way for a long time. So I'm interested in your food journey and how you've done it. You're much more fit than I am because I know yours includes working out, which I'm not there yet. My wife can't convince me. She goes every day to the damn gym and I just can't make myself get up and go do it. So I'm interested in your journey, but I thought I'd share with you. You're talking to somebody who I'll understand a lot of what I think you're going to say.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm not here to brag about myself, but I mean, if I can do it, I think that anybody
can. Now, I love fitness, but okay.
We'll disagree on that note for now. Maybe you can convert me.
I love fitness. So back to the trainer. She got me right. 4 months, lost the weight, looking great. And I learned again how to eat, what not to eat. But the thing is, I learned that I didn't have to deprive myself of anything. I can still eat my Haitian food. However,
you can't do those crash diets long term.
No.
Yes.
No crash diet. No. It has to be a lifestyle. And then once in a while, you can have fun eating whatever you want. It just cannot be every day.
Or 3 times every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's what I was doing.
No.
I was thinking I was 2,000 calories per meal. I was breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
No. Me, I had to go down to literally about 1,500 calories, but eating it 4 to 5 times per day.
Same.
Stretch it out. So that's when I first learned how to eat the right foods for my body, which my whole family ended up being on the plan too, because they just add salt and everything to the food. So I did that, and I also met another trainer through boot camp who watched me help other women whom I thought were older than me, but they were my age, where I helped, push them. He decided that I could be his assistant, and he certified me. But it was 2 weeks of hell. He didn't just have me take the test.
You did the boot camp for the boot camp.
I did a boot camp at a military base.
Right.
And so I got certified.
Now, how old were you then?
40.
Okay, so we're 2 years after. Okay.
Yeah. And so I then thought, okay, there was a reason why I had to go through what I went through. It wasn't just for me. It was to be the roadmap for other people, not just women, although I help a lot of women, but be the roadmap to show people, listen, it can be done.
Don't give up.
There you are. Do not give up. Just baby step. Here's how you start. And it all starts in the mouth.
Yep.
Right? So that was that first situation.
Okay. Tell me, in 2 or 3 items, what are the biggest things you cut out of your diet that made the biggest difference to you?
Fried food.
Okay.
Pasta. I have to be honest. I was a pasta junkie.
It's so good.
It's so good. I had to drop that, and dairy.
Okay. Makes a big difference. And I think you said something a minute ago that I think is really important. You found out the diet that worked for you.
Yes.
Meaning that I would assume you think that that diet probably isn't for everyone, and everybody has their own little harmony that they can come
Everybody's different.
Interesting.
Everybody has to take different intakes. You could be on 1,200, you could be on 2,000. Everybody's different. And certain foods doesn't even work for all the bodies. And what if someone has a situation like me where they cannot have vegetables that has vitamin K in it? You tell somebody green leaves, green vegetables. What if they have an issue that vitamin K can literally clot their body? So
everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
And so I kind of take this approach to my business here, is that everybody has their own unique formula to retirement.
Yes.
Everybody has their own unique formula to their diet. And I think, it's kind of crazy to think everybody's body's going to react the same. That's insane.
It is.
Nobody's body reacts the same to anything, much less diet. So,
you know what? Let me share real quick with you.
Please.
After my 4 months transformation, I was a maid of honor at a wedding, and it was my niece whom I knew when she was born, changing her diet and everything. So I had to give a speech. I gave my speech, and in the speech I said I used to change her diapers. After my speech, I went to the ladies' room. About 15 women followed me in the ladies' room and said, "Excuse me, did you say you used to change her diaper? But you look younger than her. What's your secret?"
Mm-hmm.
And I had to say, well, my secret is for me.
Right.
You'll have your own secret.
The secret is being disciplined. Finding what works is one thing. Continuing to do it and watching it work is another. Keyword
discipline. You said that. It starts here, first of all. If you do not change your mindset, there's no way you can change the body, because now you are on a schedule and you have to know, I really would love to have that, but not this week. Maybe Sunday I can have that cheat meal. You have to be completely disciplined.
Cheat meal, not cheat day, right?
Not cheat day.
Can't throw the whole day away.
Cheat meal. cheat meal.
I will say, and this will be unpopular with my crowd mostly, giving up alcohol too, for me, was a huge deal. I quit drinking about the same time as I changed my diet. And I think, and again, everybody's body reacts different, but as I was getting closer to 40, alcohol was kicking me in the head, literally. And it was causing me some serious problems. I would say probably had to do a lot with my blood pressure and a ton with my weight. And, I don't like to have 2 drinks. I like to have 15. I like to have a good time. So, it's like those things add up, and, cutting that out for me went a long way. So, I think everybody finding their perfect balance, but then being consistent with it is definitely super important.
Key. Not just alcohol, even sodas.
Oh, big time. Anything with sugar.
Anything with sugar.
I kind of accepted the don't drink any calories rule. So, sweet tea, gone. Soda, gone. Coffee with sugar, gone. I will put a little bit of milk in my coffee, which I know doesn't work for you, but I couldn't come up
Once
with...
in a while I do that.
I couldn't get that crazy, right?
Yeah, calories are made to be eaten, not to drink.
And they go down so easy in liquid. It's like it sneaks up on you. It's a lot. And if you're going to have a few beers on a Saturday, that turns into 1,500 calories right off the bat. So it's like,
Exactly.
much less the whole pizza that goes along with it.
Exactly.
So I'm going to backtrack a little bit, but that leads me to my next little segment that I have for you here. Now, Obviously, I am not Haitian, so I don't know a whole lot except for what I can read or experience, right? And so you'll be able to correct me on this. But in my researching, your culture is relatively conservative, and I think I'll be maybe on the lighter side of that. I think it's very conservative, the background that you come from.
Yes.
And following your health transformation, so we go from 38, and I know I'm fast forwarding a little bit through the story here. You got into some pretty serious swimsuit modeling. So I'm jumping from like one to the other here, and you can stop and fill in the gaps in between if I've skipped anything substantial. How do we make that jump? Obviously, you get your body to a point where you're super, super confident, because there's no way you can go on that stage if you're not.
No.
Right? And how do you overcome the cultural aspects of like, okay, I'm going against everything that my life has been about, or has like everyone thinks that it's been about, to I'm going to go dominate these swimsuit competitions and make everyone else look like they're nothing. Sorry, I don't want to pump you up too much, but I mean, gosh, it's like, holy cow.
It was not something that I even imagined that I would ever do. I've been a model where I would wear swimsuits, but not fitness competition. So that was not in the cards for me. It was not a dream. It wasn't in my bucket list. But about 9 years ago, prior to me getting on stage, my firstborn, his name was Lee, passed away from a rare blood clot disease.
Now, I would try to say it, but there's no way. Can you say the name of the disease?
Antiphospholipid syndrome.
Okay.
I
wasn't even going to try.
It's it starts
one
with...
of those medical words that's 500 letters
long.
Well,
I know it.
I'm sure, obviously.
Heart. Yeah, I had to learn what it was. It took us years to learn what it was, because originally they said it was lupus. It wasn't lupus. It was then they said deep vein thrombosis. That's not what it was. But
there's a lot of those diagnoses, and I have a little bit of personal experience here. There's a lot of those diagnoses like lupus that are very similar. It can be very hard to find the doctor that gets the right one.
There's not too many doctors out there who is a specialist for antiphospholipid syndrome. But they send us to leukemia, lymphoma, lupus. So I actually ran marathons with leukemia, lymphoma. Oh yeah, I've done 5 full marathons and countless 5Ks and 10Ks in honor of my son.
My researching didn't uncover this, so we're learning things.
We do, got the medals. But then we learned this disease, it's like 1 in a million men gets it. For women, it's easier, but not for men. And when they figure it out, at that moment, they said his lifespan would only be 8 to 10 years.
Now, you're okay to talk about this,
right? Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely. Okay. I love talking about it.
I assued, but
Yes.
okay.
We're good.
How old was he at the time of his diagnosis initially?
He was 24.
Okay, so 24, they tell you he's got an 8 to 10 year lifespan. There's nothing to get out of that, I assume.
Well,
is there treatment? Like, what is the process?
Being a mom.
You're not just going to accept it?
Heck no. I was like, okay, we're going to find a cure for this.
Mm-hmm.
So we were in Massachusetts at that time, or he was. And is
that where you're from?
I'm originally from Massachusetts. Okay. I grew up in Massachusetts. Okay. Yeah, Dorchester.
Okay.
There was some great doctors who wanted to teach me because I have a little bit of nursing, medical background, didn't graduate, but I have good knowledge of medical terminologies and things like that. So the doctors were willing to teach me about the disease. So I had to learn for him. Because at 24, it's almost like 14. They can eat whatever they want. They don't care. They don't listen. So I had to make sure his diet was proper.
Yes.
What he can and cannot eat.
Let me just marry these two things. How old are you at this time?
Oh, gosh, I don't. So that was 9 years ago. So I was, what?
50.
50 I almost said 30.
53?
53.
Okay.
53.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're quite a ways into your health transformation already. So you've got a firm grasp on. Okay.
Absolutely.
Got it.
So when it comes to the nutritional part, okay, we got that.
Yeah.
And so both Lee and I were working for a company that used me to go and fix locations. If they're in the red, I bring them in the black, and then I move on to the next. It just so happened that we were blessed enough to be with that company. So anytime I would hear there's a doctor who's curing this disease, I would ask my company, hey, do you have a location there that I can go fix?
Right.
They're like, yeah.
Here you go.
Here you go. So we both would go there.
That's awesome.
You know, as a regional manager, he become office manager, and we'd find, okay, there are cues. We can put a filter in his lungs that will catch all the clots. Let's do it.
Of course.
He went through that procedure, and he went through that surgery. Okay, so we're good. Now he's going to live a long life. This is good. Not even 2 months later, filters filled with clots, because the clots are literally traveling real faster than they should, go straight to his lungs. So they fixed the filter, clean it out. So we would literally move. We went from Massachusetts to South Oklahoma, to North Oklahoma, to Texas, College Station, Texas.
You would have gone anywhere.
Anywhere.
Of course.
Anywhere. Throughout those years, my son could not be active. Anytime he tried, he loves basketball. Loved basketball. He's like, look, I'm Michael Jordan.
And at 24, like you want to be active. That's all you want to do. Right.
You want to live life. And he had already had a child at that time too. And so he's like, I'm going to play basketball. Anytime he would try to be active, clots would occur. Back to the doctor, but Oklahoma is where we found a doctor that knew what this disease was about and tried everything possible to prolong his life. And one day that doctor said to us, there's a miracle worker in San Diego. He is the only one who can do open lung surgery, which takes 8 hours, to remove all the clots, clear out everything, and he will never have, and that was the key word, never have clots again. If they start in the legs, they'll stay in the legs, they'll find it, they'll fix it, we'll be good.
So that is to keep the clots from traveling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we said, okay, we're going to move to San Diego.
Perks your ears right up, right?
Right up. We called, made appointment, and we were told we had to live in San Diego for a little bit of time before he could be a candidate for the surgery. Not a problem. Lee, let's go. My husband, who's always like, we're doing this, whatever, we got to do it. So him and I, we did go to San Diego, and he became a candidate. He was 3,358th patient to undergo that surgery in the world.
Wow.
There's only one doctor doing it.
Guess he's busy.
Very busy. So it's 4 hours to remove one side. Literally, they have to remove the blood, lower his heart rate to where he's not, a machine is breathing for him.
Right.
Once they do that, put the blood back in, warm up his body, start with the other side. And we have pictures of all the clots too that they removed from his lungs. 8 hours later, he came out and said, "We got it all. Your son going to live his life." Okay, we're in the clear.
Sounds
good.
promising.
That was good.
Right.
In the meantime, all financials, all money that needed all that time, my husband and I were like, yeah,
Right.
let's do it. We moved him with us. Even though he's a grown man, I want to make sure he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, you got to keep your eye on him.
Yeah.
Make sure he's not out there sneaking a cheeseburger or something, right?
Exactly.
What 24-year-olds do.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we got the surgery, got back home. He's like, okay, I'm going to find a real job where I'm not really, doing too much work. Okay, we're good. About 5.5 months later, he said to me, I want to move to Florida to be more involved with his son, my grandson.
Yeah.
I said, absolutely. So I had to actually transfer him. So he did. He went to Florida. He was there for 2 weeks. He was staying with his dad while he found a place. On a Friday, he called my husband and I. We put him on a speaker. He said to us, I'm not doing well. Like, what happened? What do you mean?
Yeah.
He said, my legs are swelling up. Clots starting again. I said, you went to a doctor? You went to a hospital? He said, yeah, I actually went to a hospital. They checked my lungs. My lungs clear. They said, I'm fine. I said, okay. Stay home, stay in bed. Monday morning, we'll call your doctor. We'll get it straightened out. So on Saturday, he ended up going to another hospital. And the ER doctor said, dude, you're fine. It was a young doctor. He said, you're fine. Your lungs clear. He said, but I'm telling you, there's a problem. My legs, I know. Right. I know. There's a problem. I'm not breathing right. They said, well, just go home, rest. Sunday morning, I got a phone call. My ex said to me, Lee had a heart attack. Like, what do you mean? He said, yeah. And he's not doing well. They did revive him in the ambulance, but he's not well. Of course, I took a first flight out, went there, and I found my son on a life support.
Hardest thing you can see as a parent.
They keep checking his lungs good. This time, the clot went to his kidney, and they never looked there. And that's what took his life. This was 6 months later after that surgery that supposedly would save his life. I'm a Christian woman. I'm a big believer. We're only here for a short time. Whether we pass away as a baby, 50 years old, 100 years old.
100 years still isn't that much time in the grand scheme.
Yeah. When you lose your child, you question yourself.
Right.
And you're like, was there anything else you could have done? It wasn't money. We spent whatever we had to. It wasn't research. Lord knows we did the research. And so what's so funny? I didn't believe there was depression prior to that. I'm being honest. When people used to say to me, oh, I'm so depressed, I used to roll my eyes.
Just say, be happier?
Like, what could make you depressed?
Right. What is there to be depressed
about? Okay, what is it? Then change it.
Yeah.
Get out of that.
Right.
Whatever that is. If it's a person, get away from that person. Right? If it's a job, get away from it.
Do a different job.
Do a different job.
Yeah.
Do something to get yourself out of it. Because by now, I'm a trainer. I'm a full-blown certified trainer. I'm training people. I'm helping transforming lives, right? So I would go to work every day, smile on my face. No one knows my story. They see happy Jules. But I'd get home. It's like, okay. And I felt comfortable enough to say this. It's like, what should I do to be with my son? Because I failed him.
Yeah.
So every day that little voice is in my head.
I can understand that.
Helping me find ways to do it. Until 2 years later, and I pack on a lot of weight. And sometimes you don't even realize you're gaining weight. You just think the stores are making the clothes smaller.
Right.
Oh,
this store's sizes, they're not the same as that other store.
Or you squeeze into something that you shouldn't squeeze in,
Or I left this in the dryer, maybe. Maybe it was in the dryer and got shrunk.
But I knew when I was uncomfortable, I was not comfortable undressing in front of my own husband or let him see my body. I knew. You see rolls in the back, the bra's getting smaller.
Sure.
And so 2 years later, I'm dreaming, I'm sleeping. My son walked in my room. He gave me a kiss and he said, I was giving 2-minute permission to come and talk to you. And even though I'm dreaming, I know, I'm aware. And that confirmed instantly for me that he's in a good life. He's in a good place.
Yeah.
Because he was giving permission to come and talk to me. He's in a good place. The Lord has him. Mm-hmm. And he said to me, look at me. And he kept repeating, look at me. I am good. Mom, look at me. I am good. That's how he was. He was just like,
okay.
Look at me.
He's showing you he's all right.
I am good.
Yeah.
I am good. And he kept repeating. He said, you need to be too. You need to be good.
That's a wake-up call.
Yeah. And he said, didn't you want to compete one time? Go compete. While you're at it, make some clothes. And the boy walked out of the room. Woke my husband up. I said, Lee was just here. He said, really? I said, yeah. He said, what happened? Tell me. I said, here's what he said. I said, so you're going to take pictures of me because I'm going to transform my body back. But I want to show the transformation. I said,
you had done it once.
Can do it again.
So you thought, right?
So I think.
Probably easier at 39 than it is at
55.
55, right?
55.
It's a little bit of an added challenge.
So next morning, he did. He took my picture. I have my underwear bar. He took pictures. And that morning, I started walking. And that's all I did. Every day, I walked.
You got active.
I got very active. I joined a gym. I went to the gym. I know what to do at a gym. I'm doing it. By myself, I lost about 20 pounds on my own. And I could see the changes. But I wanted something different. This time, I wanted a kicking body, a sexy body.
So you weren't just going for a little weight loss.
Yeah. I wanted to transform the body because if I'm going to show people it can be done, I really want to show that I'm sticking to it and I'm transforming the fat to fab.
Lee came to show you he was all right. You wanted to be all right.
I wanted to be all right. He told me I needed to be.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it for Lee.
Better listen.
I'm doing it for my son.
Yes.
And so I enlisted the help of a trainer.
Okay.
He did not know my story. All I did, I showed him what I used to look like, which was the good body.
Yeah.
And that I wanted it back. And I showed him what I've done myself in 3 months. He said, okay. And he said to me, okay, let me ask you this. I'm like, okay, what? He goes, can you give up bread?
I don't want to.
I'm Caribbean.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Can you give up alcohol? That was easy. I don't really drink, just occasionally. I'm like, okay.
Sure.
Can you give up sugar? Oh, Jesus.
That's the hard one.
Because I have a little coffee with my sugar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you mean.
As a kid, Hawaiian punch, all the sugar in there, I'm like,
yes.
I think I can, yeah. He said, can you give up dairy? I said, yeah, I'm good with that. And then he said, salt. I was like, okay, I can do that. So there was 5 things. He said, if you take those out of your diet, I can give you a meal plan. I can work with you. He said, 2 months, 3 months, you'll see what I can do. And then he picked out his book and showed me what he's done, transformation that he's done. Wait for this. Now, he showed me he's been putting women on stage to compete. Like, okay, I see what you did there.
Uh-huh.
Put me with the right person.
Yep.
Okay, so...
He knew your goal and didn't even know your goal.
No, he did not. So that's when I said to him, can I share a story with you? My story. He's like, okay. And I did. And of course, I'm not crying because now I can talk about my son.
Right.
This man is crying. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe. Okay, yep. So 5 months with him, so now we're at about 8 months, I had a body that I've never had in my entire life. Not in my teens, not in my 20s.
Just chiseled.
Never. I walked around butt naked all the time in my home. I loved my body that much, right?
Good for you.
So then he said, okay, we're going to do a competition. Now, this is where you said about being conservative.
Yes.
I'm so old-fashioned.
This was a big question for me. I wanted to know, like, how do you get that confidence? It's one thing to walk around in your house, right?
On stage, even at the beach, I'd put a wraparound.
Sure.
I'd cover up a little bit unless I'm in the water. Even when I had a nice body, I didn't flaunt it. Now I have to go on stage in front of judges, and most of them are men.
Right.
And then I have to turn around and show my booty, show how well I worked my glutes and my
hamstring,
and let them judge that. And so of course I told my husband, I'm going to compete for Lee. Lee told me to compete. I'm going to compete. And my husband, I love him. He's always like, whatever, babe. I'm with you.
Go with the flow.
Support. I will help you. I said, but the whole time he was on my meal plan too. My grandson was living with us. He was on my meal plan. So I'm like, okay, gotta do it. It's not just getting on stage and showing your body, but you have to learn how to turn, you have to learn how to pose.
You have to at least appear confident, even if you're not, right? I've never been on that stage, but like I would assume confidence is a big factor.
That's number one. They give you points for that.
Yeah.
And then the posing. So now I had to get a posing coach.
Right.
Who's teaching me how to turn, how to do this.
How to look graceful.
All in a bikini.
Right.
Little skinny, tiny bikini. My first competition, I got on stage. I did what they call the open class, where you are with 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, for all ages. And at one point, Jules was in the middle box. Middle box? You know what the middle box is?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's number one, baby.
Okay. That's what I thought. I assume so.
I was like...
You're like front and center.
When they said, get in the middle box, because they call your number... I'm like, I hear them say that.
Is that my number?
That is my number, but no way.
There's a mistake.
So the gentleman on the stage who, put you, he kept saying, Jules, because he was my posing coach, actually. He's like, Jules, that's you. Get in the middle box, Jules. I'm like, holy cow.
I did it.
At that time, let me show, my walk changed. I got in there. And I forgot my pose. And then I hear my coach screaming at me, get you, because I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
But reality kicked in. I was like, okay, I'm here, but I know I'm not first. I took third. No, actually, I almost lied. I took second place.
Okay.
When it was all said and done, I took second place.
Showed those 20 and 30-year-olds what was up.
Please. Yeah.
They got nothing.
Let's go. So I was like, okay, Lee, I see what you did here. I didn't want to stop now because now I'm honoring him. I'm doing it.
And now you wanted to win, probably.
I want first place.
Heck yeah.
Gotta take the big,
Yeah.
home.
Second place is good, but it's not first.
It's not. I'm very competitive.
Me too.
It's like, unless I get that first place, no, it's not enough. I will continue. I will learn what it takes to be first, number one. And so I continued competing where you actually, as you compete, you can go further. You graduate.
Sure.
Till I won actually national. And national, the women, they bring it.
Yeah.
These women been competing forever.
You don't get there by accident.
No. But here I am competing among women who's been doing this for a long time, right?
Probably since they were in their 20s.
I had to learn a big lesson though. Out of 23, I was 9th. I didn't completely bring it, but that was okay.
It's a starting
Because
point, right?
now-
You learn.
Yeah, because the judges told me what to fix.
Okay.
They told me what to go back, work on, and come right back in.
You knew what to improve.
Okay, we got this. Me and my coach, we got this, right? And then a little thing called COVID-19, a big thing.
Kind of derailed a lot of plans.
But there was a reason for that. Because now, what do? Clothing. Learn about clothes.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about clothes.
Well, you had plenty of time to learn, 2020, 2019,
And
2020.
what I learned doing my training was what worked and what didn't work. Other companies would send me free clothes because I would post it for them,
Sure.
right? And I knew, okay, if I'm doing my pull-ups, I don't want to keep fixing my bra.
Yep.
If I'm doing squat, I don't want to keep pulling up the leggings.
Or have that you can see through when you bend over,
Yeah.
right? That's a big deal. My wife hates those.
I hate that. I hate that when I see that on
I
people.
don't, but my wife hates it. Let me tell you.
Especially when people hit the road with that
Yeah.
outside. No. But also some of the materials would keep the sweat on your body. And that's irritating when you're moving, or the clothes would not move with you.
Okay.
So I'm like, Google, what do you do? What do you put in material if you need this, if you need that? I had the time.
Learning on the go.
Learning on the go, even though I had a business at that time. At that time, I had my finance business. That stopped too.
Right. Nobody
So-
needs funding if businesses aren't operating,
Nobody.
right?
So I learned, and I talked to people, and they introduced me to people, and I found the right people who said to me, oh, here's some manufacturers, here's a designer, because I'm not a designer. Back then, I am now.
I was going to say, you're very fashionable. It's
am
hard
now,
for me to hard for me to believe.
But I couldn't even draw a bra, but I could tell someone, here's what I would love. So here's the thing. I didn't want to make fitness clothes.
Okay.
Everybody has fitness clothes out there.
Sure. And you exclude people like me who are not into fitness or not trying
Not
to be.
everybody wants
fitness,
to go to the gym,
That's right.
right? I wanted to create a brand that any body, shape, form can wear. Some women who are truly fitness people want to show off their arms, want to show off their body. They need just sports bra, shorts.
Right. The minimum.
That's it. But others want leggings. And others want to cover, not just a sports bra. They want maybe sleeveless or short sleeve. We got that. Then I'm thinking, how about the ones who don't care really for their triceps? They want to cover it up. So I created a line that has different parts for different bodies.
You're not just one thing for one person.
No. Also, I wanted to encourage people, a lot of women, to be active.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling them to go lift weight or anything, but when they put on their clothes, they look at themselves in the mirror. They're like, oh no, I'm not staying home. I'm going to walk. I'm going to Publix. I'm going to, supermarket. And by them walking, showing it off, they're being active.
Yeah. It makes a huge difference.
Huge difference. And so that's what I wanted to create. And I got the help of a wonderful designer who said, yeah, that can be done. We can do this. Then I even went as far as saying some women don't like their midsection. But even though they may not change their eating habits yet, I want something that gives them just a little shrinkage.
Yeah.
So what do we put here? And she explained to me. So we have clothes for those women. Some don't have the glutes, don't have the booties. But they want to lift it up without working.
Or without having the surgery, right?
That I don't. Nope. You don't
Same.
need that.
Not approved here.
Not approved, because the surgery does not change your mindset. A year, 2 years later, or whatever, you're gonna go right back. And that's
1,000%.
money that you wasted. And I train women who've had the surgeries. Trust me. So yeah, and I said, okay, let's do leggings with a little, crunch.
Yeah, a little helper.
A little help. Let's help people. And so, but I also wanted to take it further. You can go to work with your 2 or 3 piece suit jacket, sports bra, and leggings that you can actually go to the boardroom if you're, CEO or whatever.
Right.
And then if you want to go to the gym afterwards, all you have to do is take off your heels, put on your sneakers. So I've created that.
Now tell me about the branding. So I Am Activewear, okay, has some Christian undertones. I'm not going to make some assumptions. I'll let you tell me, but okay. I Am Activewear is a great name, and your logo is cool. It's kind of what caught my eye from across the street.
So we got the clothes, right?
Yep.
I got all kinds of line, and I had to try them out too. Wash them, dry them, because I don't want someone to buy something today and then next week it's, no longer good. So now we got the clothes. What do we call it? Oh, Lee repeated 3 times to me. I am good. Look at me. I am good. And he wanted me to hear those words. Yeah. I am good.
It was your permission slip to live your life. I mean, just from my perspective,
it was.
From listening to you tell the story,
it was.
You were feeling depression and you understand it differently, and he came and told you, Mom, it's okay to go and do.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I was given 2-minute permission.
Not only am I fine, I am good.
I am good. And he didn't just say, I'm good. I am good. So now I'm like, I cannot call this brand anything but I am. And it's not just fitness clothes, it's active wear to help you be active.
Yeah.
So I Am Activewear. Okay, so now we got the name. All right, I need a logo. What logo am I? So there's a friend of mine in Miami who I was explaining to her that I want a logo that has a meaning. I said, when my son passed away, I put my ear on his chest once they removed him from the machine, and I could hear the last few beats of his heart. Although it wasn't really his heart beating, it was what the machine left, I said, so I would love to have a heart that shows those beats, but I wanted an open heart because he's beating in me. His heart's not closed. And I said, and it was fitness that kind of brought me back to the living. So I want something like that. She drew it. She said to me, what do you think about this? The barbell that goes through the heart is what it was. That was what made me become alive.
Yeah.
So that's how we came up with the logo, which took me 17 months to trademark. Everybody came after me.
I bet.
They're like, no, this is our logo. No. I got the certificate. The judge was like, no.
Yeah.
This was really created. It's the only thing I could not trademark was the I am, because we know,
of course,
who owns
somebody
that.
else trademarked that before us, right? Yeah.
So, but I got the
got a little more power than we do too, I guess.
Yeah, much more power. That's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. But yeah, that's how the brand name came about.
How did you end up in Fort Pierce?
Ooh. By accident. Truly by accident. First of all, 2 years ago, we were living in Fort Lauderdale, Las Olas.
Yep.
Beautiful condo, blah, blah. And I told my husband, we need to save money. We're spending money here for nothing.
It isn't cheap down there.
Oh, it's not cheap. I said, we need to save some money. So we need to go up north somewhere. And it just so happened we both picked Port St Lucie. That's where we ended up living.
Right.
Okay, 2 years ago. And love it. Immediately within 3 days of moving here, I joined a walking group with over 40 women. 2 weeks later, they were already in my home learning about healthy cooking.
You didn't waste any time getting active.
Oh, I'm like, I'm going to change your life. I'm going to change your life. I'm going to change your life. I'm like, I live for that.
Yeah.
I live for it. I don't push it on anyone.
Right.
But if they can take that baby step with me, it starts in the mouth. I'm going to teach them.
Yeah.
There's no charge for that. I'm going to teach you this, right? So they were all in my home watching me cook, bake, everything, right? And of course, they're buying clothes too.
Of
And
course.
then they know that as they lose weight, Jules will reward them with clothes.
There's a reward system here. That works.
Hello, that's right. So now in Port St. Lucie. Okay, I've done a few pop-ups in Fort Pierce. I was okay, nothing major. A friend of mine had a birthday, and I couldn't go to her birthday party because it was being done at a seafood place. I'm allergic to seafood. I stay out of it.
We got to end the podcast right now. I can't talk to someone who's allergic to seafood or doesn't like it. I'm out. I'm just kidding.
I just used my last EpiPen recently.
Oh my goodness. Good thing I didn't bring lobster donuts or something.
So I couldn't go, but I told her, I said, listen, you and I are going to have your breakfast, your birthday brunch, breakfast, whatever you like, just the two of us. And she brought me to Fort Pierce. After we had our brunch, we're walking. And I saw a sign that says leasing, for lease.
Space for
right?
lease, yeah.
I still didn't pay no mind to it. I did not. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, you see those signs everywhere.
Yeah. Fort Pierce, I don't know. So the weekend came along, and I'm being lazy on my couch, Netflix, blah, 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 whatever. And then I decide to go on Facebook, and I went straight to the marketplace, which I've never done before.
Okay.
Never.
I've
heard of the marketplace. I just didn't know what that was. I was like, what is this?
I've only ever ended up there on accident. If I click the wrong thing.
It was by accident that I clicked on there. And then this lady wants someone to lease her place, take over her place, which was in the building that I saw a lease, but it's upstairs. It's a smaller place. So instantly I reach out to her. I'm like, okay, why is it that building?
Yeah.
So we met, smaller place. It was a beauty salon, but she fixed it as a little shop. I fell in love with it, even though it was small. Yeah. I was like, "Oh my God, this is it! This is it!
It's your space.
It's my space. I want it." And I know I'm a good marketer. I can bring people upstairs, right? And she said, "Okay, here's the manager's name, number. Reach out." So I reach out to management, and then the woman said to me, "We have a better spot for you," when she learned what I was going to do. And she took me downstairs to where I saw the sign.
Your spot is perfect, I think.
I walked in. I was like, I have a vision for this place. This is it. Instantly, I'm like, okay, we got it. I called my husband. Okay, I found the spot. I brought my husband. I said, videotape me walking in this place. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And he did. He videotaped me. And I'm telling him my vision, how we're going to fix it. But I'm a good marketer. Remember, I'm not a designer. I see the vision, but I don't know if I could do it.
Right.
And who did I hire to help me was the lady who had the space upstairs. I said, I want you to duplicate what you did upstairs here. Here's my vision. And she did it. And here we are.
And it's perfect.
And it's perfect. It's perfect. And the community, the business owners, the employees, everyone around that I've gone to, I've talked to, I brought cards to, they all were like, oh my gosh, when is your opening day? We need this here. Yes. We need this here. I have to say, and I have to be honest, I had an expectation, but it was kind of right here. Right now, my expectation did not even come close to what I've been doing. The friends that I'm making, the people who are walking in and saying, whoa, what is this, And so, because I want to sell clothes, but what I really want is the foot traffic. I want people to see we are here. I am here. I am Activewear is here.
I see what you did there. That was good. You are a marketer. What do you mean? You are a marketer.
I am here.
Yes, you are.
Right? And so I'm amazed with everything. And I didn't even realize the city truly wants to do things for business owners.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible.
It is. And, I can buy into all of what you're saying. Your success and everything that you're experiencing is 100% because of who you are. If you went and you sat in that room and you weren't bubbly and outgoing and the kind of person you are, people would just walk right by. Yeah. And I think that there's a chance that people just walk right by because that's what they're used to doing down here. this area, I think, has needed places like yours for quite some time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, my office is here, but this is not a heavy foot traffic business.
No.
People aren't coming down here and saying, oh, let me go talk to this guy about Social Security and walking in my door on a daily basis.
No.
But what people are doing is they are coming down here to eat dinner, or they are coming for lunch. And other cities like ours have places like yours that they can pop in and shop.
Yeah.
One of my very favorite places in South Florida, and I don't like South Florida hardly at all, is Delray Beach. And I think Delray Beach has done a really good job of keeping their businesses local and having that vibe where you can go walk down Atlantic Avenue, you can shop, you can eat,
True.
and you're going to get a cool local business. You're not going to get some mega chain that is trying to sell you $150 workout equipment or outfits. You know,
it's true.
You know, I think it's super important for areas like this to bring in businesses like yours. So I was super thrilled that you agreed to come talk to me, A. But B, I knew you were going to have a cool story. I knew that within 5 seconds of talking to you, and I definitely knew it in 5 minutes of looking you up. You're the absolute picture of success. You've taken adversity, lots of it. I can't think of much more of an adverse moment than losing a child. And you've turned it into your complete mission in life. And by God, is it contagious? Like you believe it. You're not just trying to sell clothes.
No.
Like you believe everything that you're saying, and you can tell. Like
Absolutely.
It's incredible to talk to you.
When and I'll say women, but I mean everybody. But the women, when they go and they try something, because we have a dressing room, and they see above it says I am, and there's affirmation words, positive words. I have them call out what resonate with them, and that gives me so much joy. And also when they come out behind the drapery and they look like at themselves in the mirror and they have the biggest smile on their face.
You can see the positivity on their face.
Oh my Lord.
That's got to be rewarding.
Oh, big time. I'm like, okay, this is it. This is why I'm doing this. That's what I want out of this. You know, not only honoring my son, but I want to see that smile on someone's face, no matter what size, whether they're 0 or they're 5X, saying, oh yeah, I look good, you know, because we don't give ourselves enough credit most times to say, oh yeah, we look good.
Everybody finds the negative in their appearance or their outward look, and God, just find a little bit of positivity that you can grab onto and build on that. It goes such a long way.
It goes a long way.
You never know.
Does.
You might find yourself in bikini competitions just kicking 20-year-olds' butts, you know?
Well, who knows? Next year, I might. But yeah, so I had a sip and shop last Saturday.
I was sad I was out of town. I wanted to come sip and shop, but I don't drink anymore, so that would have been bad for me.
But it wasn't just alcohol. No.
Okay.
I had non-alcoholic beverage.
Oh, I would have been great.
Just like I knew some people don't eat meat, I had, things for them, tasty
options.
Foods. Options, right? And so many people stopped by.
That's so cool.
It was so cool.
Awesome.
They're like, oh my gosh, look at the food. Oh my gosh, look at the clothes.
Okay, now this will come as no surprise to anyone that knows me. I am not fashionable. I struggle. My wife dresses me now, so I do a little bit better. When we made episode 1 with Cooper Osteen last week, you may remember, we did not plan it. I did not bring clothes to record that, and obviously Cooper didn't either. He had his stupid Ecuador headband on. I had a Vero Beach t-shirt on, and I thought, if I'm going to do Citizens of St. Lucie wearing a Vero Beach Indians t-shirt, I'm an idiot.
No.
So I ran over.
Yes, you did.
The closest clothing place, but also like the best one, I think. And you don't just have women's clothes over there. You, in 10 seconds, you looked at me, you grabbed a shirt off the rack, and you said, Dan, this is the one. And you were 1,000% right. So not just are you great at designing these things, not just do you have a cool story, you've obviously got an eye for fashion. If you could put a shirt on me that I felt that I felt good in, like that never happens. So you're doing a tremendous job over there, and I really appreciated that. Shirt looked great. The episode was great, way better than if I was wearing a Vero shirt. But I couldn't help but ask to have you in. I mean, your story is just incredible, and I want to highlight you as much as humanly possible.
Thank you. And it's such a great honor when you ask me. I was like, wow, okay, definitely.
I talked to you for 10 seconds, and I knew, like, this is a person I'd like to talk to more. And you're benefiting our area. Like, this area needs more people like you who are determined to turn your business into a success.
Absolutely.
Like, we don't need a chain coming down here and selling their stupid clothes. Like, I very much value people who want to be a part of our local community and operate their businesses here. So like, you're it.
I love it. And I'm already involved in whatever's happening in the community. Monday nights, I walk with a group already. Last night we did, oh my gosh, hot cocoa crawl.
Okay.
90 people came through the store.
90?
90. Because I was giving out little chocolates.
Okay.
So I counted, because we had like 120 tickets. So I made sure I had 120 chocolates in the container. 90 came through my door. And
that's great.
I made so many friends last night. Saturday, the 3rd of January, I will be having a New Year, New You. A lot of those women will be coming. When I told them what it's about, healthy food, learn
from the master. Look, you've got experience. You know what to do and what not to do.
I'm the roadmap. I call it the roadmap. And so they were like, oh, really? So they'll be coming back for that. But it was just amazing how many people did come through and say, oh, we didn't know this was here. I'm like, I had a smile from ear to ear last night.
It was awesome. Well, hopefully now more people know that you're here. So, I know this is a small little platform, but I really appreciate you coming and talking to me. I think it's phenomenal. I can't wait to continue to be your neighbor.
Yes.
And I'm sure the situation will arise when I'll need a shirt in an emergency, and now I know where to go.
And I'll be like, here you go. This is great. Thank you so much for asking me to do this. I enjoyed our time. I appreciate you. And all I want is for people to come and see I Am Activewear, even if you don't buy, but come on in.
Come meet Jules.
Come meet me.
That's worth the drive down here, even if you don't find something that you like, which is hard for me to imagine. She's got all kinds of stuff in there.
For everybody.
What did I miss?
Whew, no,
you're on the
nothing.
Hades Top 100 or Hades Hot 100.
You saw that.
I tried to find everything.
I was the oldest. I was the oldest, and I made, what was I, 52nd?
They didn't say what number, so I just assumed it was number 1.
No, the younger people got that. But yeah.
Okay.
I was approached. I was asked, hey, why not? Why not do
That's
it,
awesome.
right? Exactly.
Yes.
And okay, what do you miss? I'm back in training for myself.
Okay.
Who knows? Next year.
Is there a competition in the future?
I don't know.
We're not ruling it out.
I need 8 months, and we're not ruling it out. So
maybe she's going to get me in a competition. You never know. Hey. No, not going to happen.
Yeah, I'll be getting on stage over 60.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, is there divisions for that, or is it still like you go into the open category, or what do you do?
I can do open. I can do over 50, over 55, and some of the promoters told me, "Oh, we can have a category for you. We can do over 60.
Make your own, right?
Come
the
on
over 60 category.
Let's do it." They actually do have 60-year-olds competing.
That's so cool.
It's amazing. They have 70-year-olds competing.
You're a miracle. From 38.
Yeah.
TIA, mini stroke, to we're going to be over 60 in another competition, probably going to win it.
I will win it.
Come check out I Am Activewear. Come meet Jules. I think she's pretty cool, and I'm a pretty good judge of character. So come check her out. Check out the store. Thanks for tuning in.